Hello everyone, welcome back to my Whiteout Survival YouTube channel. In today's video, the topic I would like to discuss and share is about Generation 4 heroes and which heroes you will need to invest and which hero is useful for what areas and worthy to use your general mythic shards or worthy to use your gems from Lucky Ways. So let's start this topic. So if you think this video is helpful and informative, after watching the video, please don't forget to subscribe and follow my Whiteout Survival YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure the videos on my channel will be very useful for anyone playing Whiteout Survival game. So alright, let's start this topic a bit. So in Generation 4, we have 3 new heroes, which is Ahmose, is a Generation 4 Mythic Infantry hero, and Reina, which is a Generation 4 Mythic Lancer hero, and the last one is Ling, which is a Generation 4 Mythic Marksman hero. So you can get this Ling Marksman from Generation 4 Lucky Weeks every 2 weeks, either from King of High Speed event or SBS preparation phase. And you can get this Reina from Hall of Hero events, which comes every week. And also you need to invest your save up general mythic shops if you want this Reina, or you can also buy Hall of Hero packs with your money. And the another hero is Ahmose, in which you can get from personal ranking from here, King of XP event, total ranking 300 shots, or SBS preparation phase and SBS battle phase ranking rewards. So among these 3 heroes, I like to invest mainly in Reina. This is because Reina is really useful for all purposes. So in every generation, when I think about and plan about which heroes I will invest and make that hero at least foster, depends on whether he or she is useful for bear event, useful for arena and exploration, as well as useful for PvP purposes. So Reina is a Lancer hero that fits that 3 criteria that I always choose for multi-purpose usefulness. So the reason is, let's check her case. For bear, here you can see her fast expedition scale, which increased normal attack damage by 30% for all troops. It's really useful for bear event, either as a rally initiator or a joiner hero in the first slot. And her second skill, which gives all troops a 20% chance of dodging normal attacks. This skill is also really OP because it gives all your troops 20% chance of evasion or dodging. So that skill is really extremely strong in your Generation 4 PvP fights, which is expedition fights. And let's see the last expedition skill, which is the Shadow Blade, which gives your Lancers have a 25% chance of dealing an extra attack, dealing 200% damage. So this skill is also makes your Lancer super strong in Generation 4. So Reina, she is useful for bear and useful for PvP expedition fights because of her expedition skill. So let's check her exploration skill. So her first exploration skill is Phantom Assault, which deals 420% area of effect damage to ambush enemy forces So this is a really good scale for arena and exploration because it's a area splash damage scale which will deal lots of damage to groups of enemy when it is activated. And her second scale is called vanishing technique, which has a 25% chance of dodging the damage for normal attack. So this scale is also really make your Reina strong because she can dodge any normal attack damage either from hero or attacks, and 25% chance is quite a good chance. And her last exploration skill, which is called Poison of Demon, which is a deal damage equal to attack of 140% and immobilization then for 1.5 seconds. So this skill it's also quite strong because it casts illusion on enemy targets, which is hero first plus extra troops. So it's like a small area attack scale, which not only deals damage plus also crowd control scale, which also immobilizes them. So Reina is a perfect hero in Generation 4 that you should make her at least 4 stars level and all level 5 scales, which is a very useful hero for all purpose, including bear event, arena and exploration, and also for PvP expedition fights. And also, let's check her widget scale. So, every hero gets 2 widget exclusive scale. The first one is for arena or exploration, and the second scale is for PvP or expedition fights. So Reina, her first exclusive widget scale is 40% chance of throwing extra kunai, dealing 30% attack damage with normal attack. So in arena or exploration, this widget scale also increase your Reina damage output, and she will deal extra attack damage every few seconds. So this scale is also pretty strong for arena and exploration in my opinion. And also for second exclusive widget scale, which increase rally troops lethality by 7.5%. So Reina is also really useful, especially for when you are a rally leader to attack someone, which increase your rally troops lethality by 7.5%. So it is also, this skill is also useful for bear when you initiate your own bear rally. When you use Reina, it will increase all your rally troops lethality by certain percentage depending on your exclusive widget level. So alright, after Reina, let's go to another hero, which is Ahmose in Generation 4, which is a mythic infantry hero. So for Ahmose, in Generation 4, the second hero I like and I prefer is Ahmose. This is because even though Ahmose is not quite useful for bear, he is really strong in arena and exploration, especially when you pair him with Generation 5 Hector, which does not come to our state yet. And also, Ahmose is really strong hybrid infantry hero for expedition and PvP fights. So let's check his expedition scales first. So his first expedition skill is called Viper Formation, which reduces the damage taken from enemy lancers and marksmen by 20% and infantry by 40% for 2 turns. Even though this skill is a 10-based skill, which activated once every 4 attacks, it is really extremely strong PvP skill, as well as extremely useful garrison joiner scale. You can use this Ahmose fast expedition scale as a garrison joiner scale, like Sarge or Patrick, which is normally used as a supporting garrison scale. So let's check his second expedition scale, which increased the damage dealt of friendly infantry by 60%, by 100% at level 5. So this scale it's also really useful for PvP because it increases your damage dealt of your infantries, which is your main troops ratio, whether you use for attack or defense, because infantries are the most important heroes in whiteout survival, and the most popular troops ratio are always involved around infantries, either for attack formation or defense formation. So in normally for attack we use 50% infantry, 20% lancer and 30% marksman, and for defense we use 60% infantry, 20% lancer and 20% marksmen. So you can see these infantry troops takes at least half or more of your total troops percentage, either for attack formation or defense formation. So increasing your infantry's troops attack, it's really useful for your PvP. So let's check Ahmose expedition scale scale number 3. So this scale also increased his infantry's damage dealt per attack by 36%, plus the target's damage taken by 15% for 110. So this scale is also really quite OP in my opinion, because not only this increase your infantry's damage dealt by 36%, 13%, it also increase the targets who is hit by this infantry's damage taken by 15%. So it has two effects, which is the first effect is increasing the damage of your infantries, and the second is also increasing the enemy's damage taken up. So it's a dual scale, which is extremely useful for PvP. So okay, let's go to check why Ahmose is strong in arena and exploration. So let's check Ahmose exploration scale. His first exploration scale is Situga's protection, which he enters into an invulnerable state. Invulnerable state means even though he cannot attack or move or catch gaze, he is immune to control effects and also reduce damage taken by 50% for nearby friendly troops for 2 seconds. So this K is the reason why Ahmose is pretty strong in arena or exploration, especially when you pair up with Hector in Generation 5 when Generation 5 comes. So this K is like super strong, and it tanks a lot of damage for your arena team when Ahmose sits at the front line with enough gears. So let's check Ahmose's second skill, which is a daybreak knife, which deal 84%, 90% of attack damage at level 5, and also making enemies take 20% more damage for the next 2 seconds. So this skill is also somewhat useful. It is not purely defensive skill, it is more like a attacking skill, which reduce the enemy's troops and enemy's heroes defense 20% more for the next 2 seconds. So this skill is not the best, but it is quite decent, I would say, for arena or exploration. And let's check this third exploration skill, which is Ancestral Blessing. So this Ancestral Blessing which is really good scale for arena exploration, because after casting this first exploration scale, Situga's protection, this ancestral blessing will activate and Ahmose will recover his attack, recover his health depending on his attack for 5%. It's like a life stealing scale, which is really useful because Ahmose is your main frontline tanker. So this scale pairing up with this Situga's protection, these two scales works pretty well with each other. So let's check Ahmose Ahmose exclusive widget scale. So he has two widget scale, which is one is for arena or exploration, which is unyielding determination. So this scale increased attack by 30% for friendly troops and the Situga's protection for 2.5%. So it's really good because this scale increased extra attack by 30%. So whenever you have a decent widget level, whenever you activate this Situga's protection, you will not only reduce the friendly damage taken down by 50%, you will also increase your friendly troops attack by 30% for duration of Situga's protection. So this skill is really useful for arena and exploration. And let's check his second exclusive widget skill, which is called Oath of Guardian. So it is increased defender troops health by 5%. So this second widget skill is mainly useful when you are a garrison leader of your alliance or of your team. It increases your defender troops health by 13% depending on your widget level. So Ahmose is also really useful for defense and garrison, as well as for PvP, and also strong frontline tank in arena and exploration. His only weakness is he is not very useful for bear event. So in Generation 4, this is the second hero I prefer because he has only one weakness, which is bear event. After that, let's go to Ling, which is a mythic marksman hero. So Ling is a hero which is mainly for completely free-to-play players, which cannot spend any money for this game at all. But I am not a fan of Ling, mainly due to two main reasons. The first reason is she is not very strong in arena or exploration. I myself is an arena or exploration focused guy, so I don't like Ling too much, even though I am just a very low spender. Another reason is that I have a plan to make my Generation 5 marksman when she comes, which is useful for all purposes, including bear event, arena and exploration, and also for PvP. So I will only make Ling 3 to 4 star in Generation 4, and I will save my extra gems to make useful infantry hero Generation. So alright, so let's talk about the Ling's case, and let's start with why she is weak in arena or exploration. So her first exploration skill is called Hymn of Sidrak, which clear all debuffs, free stand for all troops, and increasing their attack by 13% for 5 seconds, during which they remain immune to all the buffs. So this K, actually, I really like this K because it is a counter to debuffs K. So this K is pretty useful for arena exploration. But the reason why Ling is weak in arena exploration is she doesn't have area damage splash scale. Even though her second scale, this one, Lethal Final, which deals certain damage to enemies along the way, its area is very small like Gina, so it is not very effective arenas or splash damage scale in useful in arena exploration. So Ling is not I'm not a fan of Ling for arena exploration in Generation 4. And let's check her third exploration scale, which is a Discordant Tune, which reduces attack speed by 1% and healing effects by 40% for all enemy troops. Actually, this scale is quite useful as a counter, especially to Ling and also to Mia, Philly, all the heroes that had healing scales or healing spells. But as I have said, this third scale only activate after some time. So if your Lin does not survive until this scale is activated, the enemy's Alonso or Greg will kill your troops and forces in your arena or exploration lineup. So unless your frontliner, you have enough strong frontliner in arena or exploration like Ahmose plus Logan in Generation 4, Ling is not very useful for your arena or exploration lineup because she needs enough frontline tankers who will let her activate all her exploration scales at some point. So alright, let's go to her expedition scale. Her first expedition scale, which increased damage dealt by 50% for all troops, and it's a chance-based scale, 40% chance. So this scale is useful for PvP, but and also somewhat useful for bear event joining heroes in the first slot. But you need to be careful, it is a chance-based scale, so it will not stack, so you should only allow one Ling joiner scale in one of the 4 joiner scales for your pair owns rally. And her second scale is which reduce damage dealt by 60% for all enemy troops, which is also decent scale for PvP. And her third expedition scale, which increase the marksman's attack by 5% for every 3 attacks, and it's stackable and lasts until the end of the battle. So this scale really makes Ling strong, especially for PvP, and also decent for bear event as a rally leader. So Ling is quite useful if you don't have a plan to get Gwen in Generation 5 as a bear hero, because she has decent expedition scale which will increase your bear damage. But her one downside is that her widget scale is defensive 1, so she is not the best hero for bear like Alonso, Generation 2 Alonso or Generation 3 Mia. But as a free-to-play player, you can make her 4 stars or 5 star very easily as long as you save enough gems. So she will be decently useful for bear, and also she is extremely strong in Generation 4 PvP expedition fights, even though she is a little bit weak in arena or exploration due to her skills. So alright, thank you so much guys. Thanks for watching until the end. And okay, I have one more area, which is Ling's widget scale, which is the first scale, exclusive widget scale, is for arena exploration, which increase attack by 15% after casting this exploration scale, Hymn of Sidrak. So this widget scale increase Link's attack by 15%. So it will somewhat useful for arena exploration, but it's a single target scale. So in my opinion, not as useful like Alonso's scale or Reina's scale or Gwen's scale, which is area effect damage scale. And her second widget scale or exclusive scale is which increase defender troops lethality by 15%. So Ling is more useful as a defending or garrison hero, especially for your garrison leader. He is a pretty defense hero in Generation 4. So alright guys, that's all about Generation 4 heroes and which scales are useful and which scales are not useful and which heroes you need to prioritize and invest and which heroes you should just make her just usable level. So if you think this video is helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and follow my Whiteout Survival channel guys. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Bye!